Hey there guys, today we're going to be watching a 2v2 featuring Mostafa and Daniel Grushin. Hive Tyrant and Tyranids, Warlock and Eldar. They're going to be playing against Mickey as the Apothecary and Princess Moo Dong as the Mech Boy. And we're just going to call her Princess Moo. Princess Moo, who is the Boogeyman. I mean, it just sounds like I'm talking absolute gibberish, and I kind of am, but there you go. Hopefully some of you guys interpreted those words and they meant something to you. He is going to be playing as, well, she is going to be playing as the Mech Boy. So, interesting map, this one. Calderis Refinery 2v2 version. You've got both of the natural powers for both of the players in the 2v2 protected by one player. In this case, it's Mickey, who's going to be laning against the Tyranids, and then you've got the Warlock who has to defend these two powers against Princess Moo. Probably not. Probably you want the Eldar to be doing the pushing down here, I'd say, and the Tyranids defending. But then again, Mostafa, maybe because he's gone on this lane, has gone for a lighter tier 1 initial start. He might be going for double Raveners later, so still having a long tier 1, but certainly only get 2 bonus at start. It's a bit cheaper. It means he can put down a lot of the gens early on, as you see that he's done. Wow. Yeah, so Grushin's only got 1 node and 1 gen. Mostafa got that node and 3 gens, so a lot more requisition expenditure from Mostafa, which you'd expect because he's only got 2 gaunts, and gaunts are very cheap. In contrast, you see the red team taking a lot longer to get their units up. We've got 3 squads of boys from Princess Moo, and we've got the double scouts that you don't always see, actually, in team games with Space Marines, but we do see double scouts here from Mickey and a fast Devastator to follow it up. Dev's pretty good against Nids. Can be, but then again against the Hive Tyrant, it's a bit questionable because Raveners feel so free, and fast Raveners is indeed what Mostafa's going to go for. You actually don't see Devs as often the Apothecary too, since he has the natural synergy with Purification Rites and the heal with ASM. So I feel like going ASM would be pretty good against the Ravs, but Devastators, no, they get hard counted quite bad actually, so we'll see how it fares for Mickey. He might have a plan, at least in terms of dodging a Hive Tyrant charge. He'll be pretty good. You've got a lot of these sort of impassable terrain, elevation areas where the charge basically is countered. But I'm a bit worried that Mickey might be unable to protect the gen farm against a double Ravener improved synapse push from the Hive Tyrant. Over here we've got double ranges for Grushin, and 6 long rifles are what we have on the field. That'll be very good, as you can see, for dealing with that annoying mech boy who likes to hug his cover. Sniper rifles, of course, ignoring cover. So, any upgrades here for the Orcs? We've got just 1 big shooter pair coming in right now. So I'm guessing Princess Moo built a lot of gens. So Princess Moo got the node, and then built 4 gens. Mickey has got 2 gens and a node, so yeah, it makes sense. That's why Princess Moo has a smaller army here. They've been building the gens. You can definitely playing into your strategy in 2v2. Well, in all team games. I think if you are playing competitively in a tournament, that's definitely something you want to be considering. Who is getting the gens here? Who can afford to get away with spending less requisition early on? Not that much rec spent by Princess Moo, but a hell of a lot of power. 2 fully upgraded shooters on the field now. But of course, Banshee's getting that ranged damage resistance whilst they're in melee with the generator there. Slipper's getting kind of wrecked by a double kinetic pulse and a hell of a lot of sniper fire, but they still force off the Guardians, so that's quite nice for them. We've even got Daka on Princess Moo herself. I'm going to call her Mech Boy Princess Moo because it's funny. Wow, nearly killing the Banshees in retreat there with the Daka. Oh my god, teleports after him, and 1 HP, are you kidding me? 1 HP the Banshees get out on. So lucky. Very lucky. Raveners forcing melee on the shooters here. Can they split up and deal with it? We'll see. Turners did have to retreat, and a grenade in retreat will kill 4 of them. Mostafa is already taking. He did only go for 1 Ravener, and yeah, the Raveners have easily dispatched these shooters. This is the beauty of Ravs. Nice little hybrid unit. Shoot the melee and flee from them, and then when the range appears, burrow underneath them and chop them up. A nice versatile unit. So yeah, only going for one Rav means no gen farm pressure from Mostafa really, but it does mean a fast tier 2. Now Mickey, ironically, in spite of spending more requisition early on his units, is going to tier 2 first, because he's obviously got very few upgrades. He's only got Bolter, Scout Sarge, and then the devs themselves, whereas these upgrades on the shooters of Princess Mu, very expensive, and of course we have Daka 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 as well. Aspects for the Rangers and the Banshees, Guardians running around default, as is the Warlock, and we do have both of the Gorn upgrades, but they're pretty cheap. Only 15 power each, so I'm not really setting back Mostafa quite far there. And of course, you've got to remember, blue team in general, thanks to the efforts of Mostafa, got up the gens a lot sooner. So even if the power sort of disparity between red and blue team favours the red team having spent less power, it doesn't matter if the blue team got their generators up a lot earlier, they will be able to afford more power, won't they? They're still getting to tier 2 earlier. Now the interesting thing here is that Mostafa's first purchase in tier 2, when he is the first person in tier 2 to get a tier 2 unit, is the Venom Brood. I wonder what that's all about. That seems strange to me. He must want Death Spears, but unless he's just completely misread this and thinks that they're behind in tech or something, surely you wouldn't think that. Yeah, he wants Death Spitters. Try and melt that Space Marine heavy infantry armor. Is he going double Death Spitters, or is this just a backup to deal with AV? Because he is going to be facing a Razorback, so he needs AV. So yeah, he goes double Venom Brood, one with Death Spitters, and one just for Venom Cannons against a potential vehicle. Meanwhile, we've got some pressure over here, but successfully repelled, it seems. Falcon being the choice here for Daniel Grushin. And they're going to match up against the War Truck, which is, if you didn't know, very fast truck. It is fast, to be fair. It's faster than any other transport, but it's also less durable. 350 HP, so it's going to have to be careful against the Falcon. Falcon can't chase it because it is faster as the truck, but obviously if you stick around, your truck will get wrecked by that little grab lance or whatever it's called. Pulse lance, what is it? Pulse cannon? Falcon? The AV gun. That one right there, the big long one. So, nice bait there with the Razorback, forcing the majority of the Nid blob there right into the Devastators. Eventually the Venom Brood, the Raveners, do burrow in, disrupt it, but it's really delayed for a while. We've got a force melee from a Venom Cannon Knife Tyrant, but he's not shooting right now. Attempted path block from the Falcon. Hive Turret now stops to fire, and it looks like this might be the end of this Razorback. Falcon is not doing much damage though. It's own little grab. What the hell is it called? Pulse cannon? Pulse laser? I don't know, but it works in the end. Whatever the hell that weird alien gun is, it takes out the Razorback. No support from Princess Mu right now, of course, and Apothecary goes down. Not too big of a deal, of course. You can use Lariman's Blessing to get them up for free. Princess Mu took the opportunity to gen bash the other farm, knowing that they couldn't get over and protect Mickey's forces in time. They're just going to take the trade, which I think is sensible. Oh, they also managed to catch the Warlock as well, so we need a revive on him from the high ground at some point. And honestly, the blue team making hard work out of taking out these gens, trying to cap them? Really? Huh. Mickey going for a Dreadnought. Tank busters on the field for Princess Mu. Now, are they in the truck? I think they are. Look at the speed of the truck, how fast it's rotated around. Right now, the Falcon needs to be careful because remember, the truck is faster, so it can now technically ferry those tank busters in pursuit of the Falcon faster than a Falcon can flee. But the Banshees get out and zone out the truck alongside the Venom Brood and Venom Cannon Knife Tyrant. Is this double Death Spitters? Oh my god, it is. There's no Venom Cannons anymore. These are double Death Spitters. So these are going to do some really scary range damage to heavy infantry. Well, really to all targets, but including heavy infantry. Because they are inferno damage. They don't discriminate, they kill everything equally. Rippers spawning out the tower. Gonna go forward and potentially tie up the devs. Nothing else, they provide that line of sight so you can see what's coming. But of course, Mickey right now basically having two players camp outside his base, and he's on his own. So we've got an attempted flank from Princess Moo, just one of the busters and the truck turning up, but not enough forces, and they're isolated. Shooters need to focus on the Hive Tyrant, and we've got a bit of a staggered commitment here. The Dreadnought went in, got the Melta Cannon, and there you go, that will take out the Falcon. Where's the AV coming from? Just the Hive Tyrant, so basically you just need to tie up the Hive Tyrant and melee and he's good. Yeah, and a big flank here from the Orcs as well. Mustafa's like, nah, I've had enough of that, lads. Let's get out of here. Now they just need to be careful of this Banshee XR, which can do the melee, but honestly it's not a threat. There's way too much units here for the red team. Kill that Banshee XR quite quick. Oh my god, absolutely melted the Banshees in retreat there. Sluggers, and look at all those yellow buff circles, guys. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 different wars from the Orcs, and holy shit, this is the power of the Orcs. Hey, they might bleed a lot and it's a lot of requisition, but bang! A lot of damage comes out from it. I really disagree with Grushin there. It wasn't a weird mass X at all. Grushin was completely out of position. He wasn't down here supporting there with the Orcs attacking on the flank. Grushin made the mistake of not reacting with his Falcon soon enough, and he should have just alt X when Mostafa did. I think it was a good mass retreat from Mostafa. I don't know why Grushin stayed in so long. Yeah, they're ahead in VPs. Mustafa's tier 3. There were plenty of time, even though of course Princess Moo did get the opportunity to in fact node both of these power farms over here. Yeah, Grushin let the he just lost sight of the game there. So, as Mostafa says, he's 50 power till effects, which 50 power isn't a lot for Arcane effects to get off, but of course they have no power farms right now. So right now 50 power is actually quite a damn long time. Let's have a look what their income is. Yeah, they're only getting 10 power per minute, so 50 power is 5 minutes, which is bloody ages. God, Princess Moo could have a damn battle wagon out in that time. So they need to get their power back, and that is what they're doing right now, pushing up. We've got Spiders and Guardians. Now we've got a Wraith Lord as well from Daniel Grushin. He needs to push forward and get this power ASAP. Something needs to cap the power. Just send the Termers to cap the power. That has to be the priority right now. They really, really need power. Look at the state of Mustafa's economy. 1,000 requisition right now and only 105 power. They really need to get the power back under control. So Mickey at least is stuck tier 2, so that's good for blue team, but blue team, obviously Daniel Grushin is now stuck tier 2 because they've got no power and he just spent all his reserves on a Wraith Lord. The double death spears, melting those tactical space marines. They need to get some up, just get the Termers on the cap. I know the Hive Tyrant obviously right now is busy, he needs to put the Dreadnought, but something needs to cap the power. That is the big, big priority for the blue team right now. Why the hell is nothing on that power node? Cap that thing ASAP, man. I don't know what they're doing there right now. The Hive Tyrant's taking way too much damage. Taking 3 damage from the shooters. Oh, the Dreadnought just gets repaired. Triple repairs, for God's sake. Cap the power? What are they doing? I don't know why he waited for the Hormagaunts. That whole time that all the Nids were just stood there, they could have been capping the power. And they need to make sure they drop gens ASAP as soon as this thing's up. Drop them gens. There we go, Mostafa's going to do that. Of course, he has that massive flow of requisition in the back. So funny, he says 50 power to the Arcane effects. They've got no power income. So that 50 power is taking forever to come. Forever. And Princess Moo making a really nice comeback here. Commandos on the field now for them. A really good versatile army they've got. This truck has done amazing. The mobility of the war truck in team games is so good. I love the truck in team games. It's really strong. On a big 3v3 map, it's just fucking crazy, to be honest. Especially with Calder Boys as well. The ability to just put such immense levels of DPS and pressure onto any part of a big map on demand is crazy.
We have 200 points remaining.
Oh, I don't know what WS question mark means. What spiders? But what's he asking? I don't know. So we have a Carnifex en route. 4 gens down here. Blue team just so incredibly power starved. Red team hasn't even fully repurchased the gens, which I think is probably a mistake. This game could definitely go on for a while now. We've got this big area in the middle which often becomes quite a stalemate. Especially if the sides get artillery. We don't really have any artillery in play here yet. We'll have to see. Right now, red team should be quite content. They're holding that VP, they should be happy. Not really got any great line infantry here as Mickey. He's just got his tanks. They're up at the top, so I don't know what they're doing probing with an April and 2 scouts. Kind of asking for trouble really if you walk into double death spears. I'm just waiting for the Carnifex. Gonna be a Venom Cannon Carnifex. That feels like quite a big commitment. I don't really like that. I'd have gone for a Thornbash. It's only a Melter Dread. You can easily put that much melee. That was the last cannon, I guess. But you see, the Venom Cannon Carnifex obviously is the best option against vehicles, but it's not really going to put the pressure on. It's like we just waited so long to get this thing out. And now it's just going to be there trying to kill vehicles from afar. Well, what's the line breaker going to be? The line breaker is going to be 20 Rippers, which are surging forward, tying up some shooters, drawing a lot of fire. And more importantly, I suppose, providing line of sight for the Venom Cannon Carnifex, which has got some good damage onto the Dreadnought. Here comes a Haywire. Not before the Melter, and that Dreadnought takes out one of the Spiders. Carnifex is derping around right now. It needs to move forward and actually start shooting. Oh, for God's sake, it's just got an air movement, it's not doing it. Mega Rumbler! The best war gear in the game, potentially. AoE stun can potentially stun armies. It will even stun vehicles. It will also destroy buildings, by the way, so you can wipe out gen farms very, very easily with this. You can even wipe out bases with this thing. I don't know how many attacks onto a base it requires, but it's a lot. Ow, there you go, tank busters. Melted Dreadnought and a looted tank. Beautiful use of Cult of Speed there actually from Princess Moo. Got the looted tank in extra fast and got the war truck out extra fast. You love to see it. You don't see that one too often. Carnifex snags the war truck right in the arse there. Looted tank needs to be careful. Carnifex obviously is loitering around right now, but here comes the rocks. Oh, beautifully set up right with the boom shot of the looted tank. Knocked those Tyrannid Synapse creatures into the rocks. And is that a wipe on one of the Venombrutes? It sure is. Death Spears go down. Another squad of Tyranids died as well there. I'm not sure what that other squad even was. The Carnifex is still in play, but unfortunately, so are Commandos with their Commando Knob and a Tank Buster squad. So the loot tank is going to disengage under the protection of screening infantry. Bioplasma there might have been nice, but it obviously is quite risky. Second Carnifex on the way. The Carnifex train begins. Unfortunately though, for the blue team, there is now a Land Raider Redeemer coming out for Mickey, and they already have a pretty sizable VP lead to the red team. And with the Land Raider Redeemer coming out, this thing being essentially a mobile base that you can retreat to, that heals nearby units, and most importantly, lets them reinforce off of it. It's going to be really hard to dislodge the red team from the centre. Even Orcs, any allied units will be able to reinforce off this thing. I don't know how they're using the teleportation beacon of the Space Marines, but you know, it's just Orky magic. Orky magic. Here we go, we've got the custom force field as well. You did notice, well, you might have noticed, if you're an astute viewer, that there is quite a long delay when you use the Mega Rumbler. So if you teleport into the enemy army, and then use Mega Rumbler, if you get it off, it's great, stunning their entire army. But if you just teleport in alone without a distraction, you'll just get shot to death before it even goes off. You can, however, use the custom force field, which will give you, I don't know, at least 50% resistance to ranged attacks, which is essentially double HP if you're only getting shot at. And you will only be getting shot at because it also knocks away melee attackers. So that basically, it sets up a Mega Bungler. You teleport in, use the custom force field, then use Mega Bungler, and you do actually generally have the energy to use all three, which is valid. But okay, second Carnifex is here. This is going to be a form back Carnifex, so that one can line break. Beautiful special attack from it right there. Dicing up some tactical Space Marines. It's got that extra HP being a form back, shrugging off those Orc rockets. Meanwhile, the Venom Carnifex is dissuading the Land Raider Redeemer. A bit of a split fight right now, but the Eldar fighting both the Marines and the Orcs in the middle. The Orcs pushing up Tyranids here as well. Boogie, Princess Moo, really doing quite well this game, I've got to say. Considering that he was the one that invested in all the power early on. There we go, last minute bonded exoskeleton, given that 9 seconds of vulnerability. That's a lot of time to shoot away with your Hive Tyrant. Bit of a scary position for the form back though. We do have a last cannon in the back here. What was he trying? To get into melee and just DPS down through the repairs? But you've got double scouts, so that's 20 HP per second extra repairs. Wow, what did you this last cannon? Oh, the Melt Dread's got melee range, is dead. Whoops. Not good. We did get the flank from the form back in the end, but okay, the Melted Dread got into melee, so he's a bit doomed really. Now the Dread, yeah, they're just going to concede. 22 VPs left for the blue team. Trying their best to hold on over here, but Grushin obviously lost too many units, stuck in tier 2, and these armies are just ridiculous for the red team at this point. The 50 power till the Carnifex, nice meme, but when you've got no farms, you don't even know the points, so you've only got 10 power per minute. 50 power's a long time coming. Very odd that he went for the Venom Cannon Carnifex after all that time as the first thing. You obviously needed a line breaker, you needed to push through and get onto the VPs and potentially even bash your opponent to win that game there after that big failure of a fight here where really they just overstayed their welcome. They camped too long. Princess Moo did a really good thing, knew that they couldn't get over in time with the truck, bashed the gens here to make it a trade, and then waited till they got the units they needed, the tank busters, and then rotated, and obviously scored themselves a big win, picking up the Falcon there, and then other units too. So there you go guys, I hope you enjoyed that one, a bit of 2v2 action for you. That is going to be all from your boy Torpid this time. I am signing out.